Here we are for the preliminary final in the Central West Conference, 16-1s. It's the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs up against the Parramatta Eels Junior Rugby League Districts. Two powerhouses coming together at this fantastic age group. And we've got the third instalment of the St. John's Eagles up against the Hills Bulls. Previously, a penalty goal to win by 2 points and a 1 point field goal on full time for Hills. It is one apiece. But now it's for the grand final qualifier. Both teams stacked with reps from both districts and outside. Should be up for an absolute barn burner here today at Gym Begnell. And this one is brought to you by Total Fit Outs, your commercial design and fit out experts across Australia. And let's have a look at the lineups as they begin to run out for the Hills Bulls. Jersey 1, Riley Davis. In the 2, Joseph Wesser. The 3 is Xavier Tuanavai. 15, Liam Boys. 5 is Harry Dawes. 6, Finn Custo. 7, Hayden Moynihan. 8, Cruz Paletu. 9, Isaac Custo. 10 is James Kenner. 16 is Samuel Bosley. 11, Thomas Pinder. 12, Jonathan Haddad. 13, Zach Withers. 14, Edward Gonzalez. 17, Nathaniel Barone. And their coach is Isaac Gorman. And missing Nixon Cancino and unfortunately Moses Lua-Dramo to injury. We wish them all the best. But for the St. John's Eagles running out, Jersey 3, Denny Artar. The 2 is Matini Makai Filihia. 15, Jaden Tuagamala Nicholas. The 4, Joseph Emery. 14, Simon Agar. 13, William Lewis. 7, Jawad Hamoud. 8, Kobe Pearce. 9, Riley Fong. 10, PJ D'April. 11, Luston Pio. 12, Mikhail Papali'i Talanoi. The 6, Viliami Maher. And 16, Savelio Brown. 18, Joseph Nakler. 19, George Yamin. 20, Michael Agar. And in 17, Daniel Andros. And their coach is Luke Lewis. Missing a couple of players as well, namely Wesley Papali'i, their fullback. But two stacked teams and underway. First possession will be with the second place Hills Bulls, and they let it bounce. And cleaned up there as the wind starts to kick in at Gym Begnell Oval. And hopefully the third instalment is as good as the first two that went down to the wire. Second touch now, making their way to centre field. And 2 pass across, trying to get forward, but 3 there for Paletu, following Bosley's carry. And now Moynihan drops that one back under. Good defensive set so far and well controlled. And following the carry of Pinder, Moynihan to the boot, the wind behind them. Denny Artar on the full in the hands. Comes centre field. He's done a good job the last few weeks filling in for Wesley Papali'i. And the same reshuffle today. Tuigamala Nicholas takes his first touch in the centres. William Lewis in the halves and Maher playing at lock. And penalty for offside. And straight out of their own end, they get the kick for a good ball opportunity. And both teams extremely dangerous. The Hills Bulls, particularly on their long shift plays. Spine all year, regardless of who's been in what position, have done a great job. On the St. John's side, a lot of brute force, a lot of power. Mix that in with some skill. And Fong there to Pearce. Pearce with a good forward lean, gets things rolling. And now Fong to Maher, out the back to Hamoud. Papali'i Talanoi, his first touch. Strong in previous games. And now D'April scored last week. Drives for the line. Ball almost lost, but keeps it. Watch out for Fong. Short here, Maher. Lewis out the back to Tuigamala Nicholas. Can he get the inside? He bounces, gets low. Good clean-up work by the Bulls on line. Play 5 now. Maher keeps. Defenders there. He's trying to get to the line. The ball's free. Viliami Maher is stopped. Hills Bulls, just like last week, good on the goal line stand. Now a metre out from their own line. Pressure coming from the defence. Good first carry. Westar tries to centre the attack. And now play the ball. Custo, Moynihan, an early shift. Xavier Tuanavai Very strong and very reliable every week as they roll the short side. And again, line speed so far pretty relentless. And Custo tip back in here for Withers. He's done a good job the last few weeks playing between lock and 9. And now Paletu, good first contact. And he's got a lost ball, a forward pass, sorry. The defensive pressure of the Eagles pays off. Going to have a scrum feed. Centre field now. 20 out from Hills line. But they've showed us time and time again that they can hold up under pressure. They're ranked second in defence and attack this year, playing against the third attack and defensive stats. And appropriately, these are teams 2 and 3. It's Tuagamala Nicholas off the scrum, beats one. And now Fong lays in short. And Luston Pio had a big week last week. Starts off big today. Luston Pio scores the first try. St. John's Eagles take control early. 4-0. And last week he was like a kickoff specialist from the NFL. 3 long-distance line breaks from the kickoff. But here it's Fong, who just jumps out and lays off short. And the power of Luston Pio finds his way in. And he's another one in the Dogs development system. And at Endeavour Sports High, another one of the multiple rugby league factory schools. And Riley Fong, keep your eyes on him. We say it every week. Sharp out of dummy half. Passing to start with, but when he has a man down or he sees space and takes off, he is quick. Deniata, the centre, playing fullback today. 4th in the point scoring stakes in the Central West Conference. And first one here today. Not the preferred side for the right footer. And no mistake with the first one, just inside the left upright. St. John's Eagles lead this one 6-0 early on. And that try brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for all your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting and payroll needs. And for the Hills Bulls, a couple players back in today that'll be helpful in Jonathan Haddad and Kobe McCloskey. An awkward one to the sideline, might get a result, goes backwards, knock on there. And the Bulls are going to be able to go straight on the counter. Davis with a fantastically awkward kickoff and gets a result for his team. We know how dangerous they are inside the attacking half. See what they can do here with their first chance to respond. The wind sort of coming and going here as they go short with Maher. It ends up being pretty long and an awkward one, but Wesser controls it off the boot of Moynihan. And now Custo lays it off to Bosley, busy as always. Strong contact first up. Now Custo, Finn and Isaac combine. Moynihan out the back to Davis. Long ball here, heading for the corner. And cutting back inside is Harry Dawes. Spins for the corner. Very close. We wait for the ref's call. And Harry Dawes has done just that. He's opened the door for a 4-pointer. An instant response. And we talk about it time and time again. The attacking shape of the Bulls. And starts on the inside. Isaac and Finn Custo. Such good width. And Moynihan quick to Davis, who wastes no time getting the ball to Harry Dawes. Does extremely well there. There was 2 or 3 defenders around. Thought for a moment he was playing with the sideline, but able to carry 2 in and spin his way in. And 6-4 with a kick to come. Instant response from the Hills Bulls. And for Riley Davis, he's second in the point scoring in the Central West Conference. But a stat certainly underrated for him is try assist, and there's another one there. A lot of good work, obviously, on the inside from Finn and Isaac Custo as well as Moynihan, but Davis has been so good at picking when to run and when to pass. And Harry Dawes does fantastically well to finish that one off. And now Davis, first one. Preferred side for the right footer, but the wind would be coming into his face as I stand behind his right shoulder at the moment. First up, has to go for power, but unfortunately a little wide. But 6-4 for St. John's Eagles lead. And that's another one brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for all your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting, and payroll needs. But wouldn't expect anything less. The first two installments outstanding. The third starting that way as well. There's Arta to the sky in the wind, tries to hold up. And Xavier Tuanavai does very well. And now, set after point, so important. Bosley puts his hand up. Gets low there and burrows. Moynihan drops back under for Pinder, and he's hit hard there. And now Custo shows short, comes open and withers again to Custo, and Haddad with the ball. And looks like he might have an issue here. The hamstring sort of pulled up. Doesn't look good for him, but Paletu follows up here for play 5. Good set after point so far. Can they put the icing on it? Moynihan can't control. St. John's chance here near halfway to start the set. Maher puts his hand up for work. And now Fong across to William Lewis, straight across the advantage line. 10 plus does well. Now short side, Hamoud, Papali'i Talanai. And 4 in there to control. And now Fong again. Tamaher shows out and then tips to Pearce. And aggressive with his carry so far. As Fong comes right to Lewis. Short to Pio, the first try scorer. Trying to roll for play 5 now. Maher decides to run. Hamoud with a dummy, goes twice. Can't stop the ball just yet. D'April, offload to Arta. Decides to come back open. Line in front of him. Can't get through, but the ball comes out again. Now D'April to Maher. Gets the fend out of pass. Trying to push the ball. And Emery with it now as we still play on. Trying to scramble. Finds a kick. It's midfield and it's awkward. They let it bounce. Pio with it, another offload. And referee's call of offside. And good scramble again by the Bulls. The offload's flowing there. But they hold out the Eagles. And now with Riley Davis centre field, back underway. Tough one first up. Trying to find a play the ball. There's Bosley. And now out for Tuanavai. Again, always strong and reliable. And Paletu. Good forward lean. And near the halfway. And now Custo. And Withers and Bosley with another touch. And now on halfway as they approach the 5th. Moynihan short to Pinder and loses the ball. Hard one to take. But an error, and St. John's again able to take possession closer to halfway. And intent good from both sides so far. St. John's just winning the territory side of things and the better opportunities with the ball in terms of field position. And from a scrum here, we'll see what they've got. They've got 5 to the open. And now long across the 2 pass here for Twigmarga Nicholas, year young for this competition. And Fong lays in for D'April, part of the Mats team for the Dogs this year. And now Maher, who was another member of the Dogs Mats team. Very versatile, able to play middle, 6 and back row. Pinder holds on. And Lewis turns it under for Pio. Strong carry for Lewis, who strikes quick right here. Long ball to Igamala Nicholas. Well tackled by boys. And play 5 now. Lewis shows, goes long to Maher. Sees a one-on-one chance here. Kicks over the top, and it looks like it's taken. Was it grounded in the field of play? Referee says no. Well defended again by the Bulls. Close there. In the corner. Might have been the 18, Joseph Nakler. But Hills with a penalty from this one. Kick themselves just outside the 20. And another set from in their own half. St. John's, again, looking to ramp up that pressure. Fast start to the set. Tuanavai, who's been busy to start. And now for Kenner, who's on the field. And now short side. Custo, cross to boys. And we've got a shoulder charge. And a great opportunity again. Kicked themselves into good ball. The first chance they got from the kickoff error led to a 4-pointer. And with Riley Davis here, no doubt, find their way. And kicks it up to the 40. So let's see what they can do with their second full set in good ball. Finn Custo off to Nathaniel Barone with his first touch. And now Isaac jumps out. Tries to find space. And now to Kenner. Gets low and finds his front. 3 plays so far. Isaac and Finn go the short side and a bit of footwork. Dives for the line. That's Finn Custo. And now Isaac. Long pass to Withers. To Moynihan now. Long over the top to Tuanavai. Tuanavai with space. Keeps it. Gets low. Has he scored? Think he has. Touch judge. Waiting for the ref's call. And points to the spot. And the Hills Bulls, 2 from 2 with good ball opportunities. Hayden Moynihan goes along over the top. And Xavier Tuanavai, 3 or 4 defenders around him and a bit of work to do. Sums the situation up fantastically well. Beats a couple and gets low. But did well to keep it in 2 hands and show to his outside. Keep the defenders off him. And now 8-6 kick to come from Davis. Tuanavai proving invaluable, whether he's been centre or wing, but plenty of touches. Good carry. And a 4-pointer in a preliminary final here. With one of these 2 teams going on to play the minor premier Wentworthville Magpies. Davis this time. Not the preferred side for the right footer, but the wind going across rather than in his face. Strike is good. Just across the face. The scores remain 8-6, and that try brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for all your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting, and payroll needs. And off the back foot, and mostly having to fend from their own end, the Bulls show the resilience. It's the reason why they're the back-to-back premiers, 14s and 15s, gunning for a 3rd in a row. St. John's, very strong side. Last time they were down by 14 and almost pulled it from the fire. And Now Barone from the kickoff, set after points. Gets back to the 20. An early shift here. Out to the right. Trying to go forward. As Kenner turns under for Withers. And Withers is up and going again. And almost to the 50 now. Great set after points so far. And now Kenner. Second touch. That low forward lean. And now Custo. Moynihan tip back under. 2 and a vie. Strongly met for play 5, and they make it into the 40 of the Eagles. And to the sky and into the sun. Riley Davis comes through, finds an offload, but the ball's put down. And now on the counter attack, Jaden Tuigamala Nicholas. He's going to take it all the way, is he? Foot race here. Custo's coming. Ball back on the inside, misses. Cleaned up by Pio. And what a piece of counter attack. Bulls now need to scramble. Mackay Philly here. D'April straight on the front foot. Can they hold on the goal line? Done so well so far. Left-hand side. Goes to Maher from Fong. Keeps himself. Held out for now. Instant response they're looking for. Fong, first time he goes. And Pinder does very well. Play the ball now. Maher. Cross to Lewis. Goes long here. And they're going to get into the corner with a fantastic pass there. And Martini Mackay Philly here off the William Lewis cutout, who saw the space. And what a passage of play we've just been treated to there. The Bulls with Riley Davis, who's an absolute magician at taking those bombs on the run. Almost found a pass there. I'd put down Tuigamala Nicholas on the counter. And then they hold up for 3 plays on the line until Lewis throws an absolute pearl at a space. And Martini Mackay Philly here with this back and forth exchange of blows brings the score to 10-8, kick to come for St. John's. And we've got another hamstring issue. First we had Jonathan Haddad look like he'd pulled up, but now Jaden Tuigamala Nicholas also with a bit of a limp and a grab. Deniata, not quite the sideline, but close enough here for the right footer. Saw him fading them left to right last week. First one pulled left. This one we'll have to wait and see. Maher took over halfway through the goal kicking last week. Speaking of which, like I said before, 4th in the point scoring stakes. And very rare to see, but Riley Fong, top try scorer with 9 for the Eagles team this year. Bapaliki Talanai, second with 8. The back, like I said last week, he's a halfback's best friend, big, powerful back rower. Referee with time off here as the wind starts to pick up again. And on the flip side, we haven't seen it yet, but almost like clockwork in every match of the round, we've seen Joseph Wesser score, who's 9 clear as the top try scorer of this competition. Will we see it again today? Only time will tell. But Deniata, time back on here. Off the boot, goes across the face. And score remains 10-8 in favour of the Eagles. But looking like Hills were about to run in a third. The clean up and counter attack of Tuigamala Nicholas leads to a 4-pointer. And a great game so far. Hills, we'd waited all year to see them play Wentworthville, and not quite what we'd hoped last week as they go short here through Davis. Withers comes through, bounces forward though. Cleaned up by Agar. And then an error in the play the ball. And a great chance to hit back straight away. We said 2 from 2 when they start in good ball. Can it be 3 from 3? And these scrum plays, always dangerous. They play with great width. See what they come up with here. You can see Davis lurking out the back. And Finn Custo, first receiver. They go the safe option to start with. Laid off short to Liam Boys. And now they've got that long right side and a penalty. Referee saying too long on the ground. Quick tap with a back turn, and Liam Boys burrows in for another 10. Point scoring opportunities. 2 from 2. Can it be 3? Barone off the hip of Kenner. And beautiful long pass to Moynihan out the back to Davis, who keeps. Boot-laced at the last minute. And a fill-in pass here. Back to Moynihan. Goes long across the face to Haddad, who's back on. Boys with the ball. Burrows again. Eagles doing well so far. Haddad, dummy half. Goes across. Moynihan. Finn Custo. Now out to Pinder. Goes to Tuanavaya, who breaks the first tackle. Away from a second. But brought to ground. For play 5 now. Points or a repeat. Moynihan handles well, puts it on the grass. Davis follows through. And Riley Davis strikes again from a kick. Usually we see him coming through and ripping down those towering bombs. But the bounce there beats everybody except Riley Davis. And after setting one up, grabs one himself from the boot of Moynihan. And did well. And 12-10 with a kick to come. And it made the assignment a bit easier for himself. But Hayden Moynihan, good result from the tough pass that hung up in the wind. Digs that grubber in and gets the bounce. And Riley Davis just always around the football. Grabs another one. And another try brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting and payroll needs. Went close with Boys, and then Tuanavai again did well after being jammed, bounced away from contact and almost spun his way in. But then we find Hayden Moynihan ripping that pass from above his head, seeing that the fullback wasn't quite there, and Davis off the hip comes screaming through. And a chance here to make it 14-10. And the wind settling down for a moment. An easiest assignment of the day without the commentator's curse, just to the left of the upright. And makes no mistake, straight down the middle. 14-10. And does the patrons a favour. He didn't drill a car. Every time they've been down there, they've found a 4-pointer. St. John's, after their response, a couple of penalties and having to defend online. Coming to probably the back end of the first half here. The Central West Conference preliminary final. Can they find themselves another opportunity? As Arta to the sky, and it holds up in the wind. It bounces back. It's missed. Coming through. Fantastic clean-up work there. Just when it looked like danger, the alarms would be ringing. Nathaniel Barone with a great grab. And now James Kenner. Custo to Withers, and that link play comes out to Tuanavai in good contact between him and Bupperley Telenite, and roll the short side. There's Moynihan there, and over the halfway through Pinder, and Withers back in as Barone has a double up, and play 5, good set after points. Ball across here, Custo hangs it up in the wind. It's wobbly, it's awkward, and it's at the post. It stays in play. Here comes Boys. And a great job there by Denny Arta, but offside called by the referee. And that one was an absolute belter. Finn Custo hung up the torpedo and let the wind assist with that one there. And Denny Arta Had to deal with that, the posts and the breeze. Mackay Filler here. First touch. And now down the short side, Lewis right in for the tough stuff. Very well-rounded player. Here's William Lewis and Fong. To D'April. Their props doing a good job, him and Pearce. And Fong sees space, gets in behind, gets one into a second, and they close him down. Still fighting though. Got to watch out for Riley Fong. There's Lewis now to Harmoud, who dummies and almost goes through, looking to find an offload. Can't do so. But error there, and play on call. Then Thomas Pinder up near halfway. And Hamoud still down in back play as we have time off now. Hopefully okay, but looks like the legs got tangled up. Trying to find a pass. Almost through and he sold that dummy. But ball left behind and Pinder played on. You do what you got to do. You've got to play the whistle. No concerns here for the halfback of the Eagles, but back to his feet. Bulls with a great chance here. Back in, good ball from the error. And we wait. The referee gives the play the ball position. And things will get back underway. Possibly a big turning point as we approach half-time. 14-10 lead. Can they find another? Kenner with a first touch. The resumption of play. And now across. Ball out the back. Laid off short. Haddad tips outside. And across with Boys, who fights his way forward. Keeps going out of the contact. Good play by him so far today. Pass in by Dawes, goes to Barone. Barone, good stint from him. Isaac Custo to Withers, digs into the line, dummies and goes himself. And Zach Withers, so often is he a part of the link play. Takes one for himself, finally sells the dummy, hits the line and crashes over. And an integral part is Zach Withers. So much of the shift play with the Custos and Moynihan and Davis. He grabs one for himself and puts this one to 18-10 with a kick to come. And again, he's been asked the last few weeks to jump into 9 at times. He's done a very good job, but an underrated piece when playing at 13. And Davis here, chance to make it a 10-point lead. This kick from right in front. And a real big boost coming close to half-time here for the Hills Bulls. And Davis sums this one up. Don't think the commentator's curse could bring him down, but that's another try brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for all your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting, and payroll needs. Davis on approach. Comfortable, clean, and almost into somebody's backyard. And 20-10 for the Bulls. St. John's, 2 big moments. Almost the try off the counter. And then the error off a near line break and opportunity. 20-10, you hear the buzzer there. Half-time. And at the moment, halfway to the grand final are the Hills Bulls. 10-point lead. Can they finish the job in the second half? We'll be back shortly and we'll find out. But halftime in today's Central West Conference 16-1's match of the round. It's brought to you by Total Fit-Outs, experts in commercial design, fit-outs and defits. And remember, tune in for the women's match of the round as well with our fantastic caller, Greg Hayes. There'll be coverage next week of the grand finals So tune in through the Parramatta Eels Junior Rugby League Facebook page, or make it easier on yourself. Subscribe on the YouTube channel. But for now, we'll have a short break, and we'll be back for the second half. Back for the second half here as Hills come back on the field. St. John's just getting some final words. And at the moment, the Bulls lead 20-10 and are 30 minutes away. One of these sides from a grand final matchup with a minor premier, Wentworthville Magpies. Very appropriate. The teams we got left are 1, 2, and 3 and ranked that way in all categories. And Hills late in the half taking a couple of opportunities to extend their lead after being under pressure early and doing very well on their line. As we've seen both times between these two, it's taken a full-time field goal and a goal from the sideline. There was a 14-point deficit in one of the other games, and St. John's with 12 men were able to bounce back. So nothing is out of reach between these two fantastic teams. And the second half is brought to you by Total Fit Outs, your commercial design fit out and experts across Australia. Riley Davis will get us back underway. And the sun now slowly going down. Almost half the ground now in the shade, so not as much advantage with the sun in the second half, kicking to the far end of the field here at Jim Begnell Oval. But here we go. Second half, low and hard by Davis and wobbling. But cleaned up by Brown. And met strongly there is Savelio Brown. And Eagles will be looking for an early opportunity here. As Papali'i Talanai held up, he gets a quick play of the ball and Fong jumps. Well cleaned up there, Pinder on the money. There's Lewis here to Maher, numbers outside. Approaching halfway on their first set. And Fong to Lewis, attacks the advantage line. Gets an offload there. Brown. Ball stopped there with Brown on play 5, and he's lost it. Not able to get to the kick. And with that strong breeze, would have been able to hang up something nice and awkward, but instead an error and a turnover right on halfway. And for the Hills Bulls, a chance to go straight to work. And centre field, they've got a 3-3 split. Come to the right here. To an to Davis, and they take it with Wesser. Foot race. Here he goes, Joseph Wesser. I've said it once, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It's a given every single time. Joseph Wesser in the match of the round to score. And off the scrum, they do very well there. 3 to the short side. Davis wasting no time, turning into a foot race. Wesser puts the burners on, 24-10 with a kick to come. And now 16 on the season. Joseph Wesser scoring is inevitable. And now for Riley Davis. And the right foot up. 3-score lead now with that 14-point advantage. With the kick to come. Couldn't ask for a better start to the second half. That simple footy. Put it into the hands of their burner. And he strapped the Rockets on, as he's done many times this year. Not a lot of space to work in. But burns his way in for another 4-pointer. And again, brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting, and payroll needs. And the breeze keeps changing direction, but again, currently would be coming into the face of Davis, as I'm right behind his shoulder again from our commentary position. And starts it to the right and does very well. Perfect timing with the wind dying off, and 26-10. 3-score lead for the Hills Bulls. Pushing to get themselves back. Have a second chance at the Magpies. And now for the Eagles, still plenty of time in this one. It might start taking more risks, possibly a short kickoff here. Or hang another one up into the dead space as they did a few times in the first half. Daniata hangs one up short. And they try to make a contest, but the wind's carried it. They get a backwards bounce and they've got the ball. Good result for St. John's Eagles. Cleaned up there by Luston Pio. Straight on the attack with William Lewis. Beats one. Tries to fight through a second. Still pumping the legs. Can they strike back straight away? Fong. Short side here for Pio. Drops the shoulder again. Driving for the line. They do well. Now Fong out in front of Maher. Keeps it himself. Drives through. But contained. Numbers left and right. They go left. Tuigamala Nicholas to Arta. Cuts back in off the left foot. Play 5 now. Bulls holding on. Short side. Papali'i Talanai goes for the line. Gets low. Referee says that's a try. And the halves best friend, Mikhail Papali'i Talanai, through brute force, gets low and gets through 3 defenders. And the response comes straight away. 26-14, kick to come. It's got the feeling of the last time we were here in the second instalment. 14-point advantage. They reeled it back in before a Riley Davis field goal. And now Viliami Maher takes over the goal kicking from Denny Arta, as he did last week. That was another try brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting, and payroll needs. Look no further. Talanai now equal with Riley Fong as the team's leading try scorer on 9. Not hard to see why he was part of the Harold Matz squad year young. No doubt he'll be part of that side again. Very skillful, very big. At Waverley College and also been in New South Wales CHS. And Maher here. On approach. Can he squeeze the lead? It remains at 12, 26-14. As that one goes to the left. So 12-point margin still here for the Hillside. But St. John's showed us before. They can rack up points quick. We seen it last week. They got 3 in a row against Bankstown. They can put the foot down. And Davis hits it low and wobbly again. It's an awkward one near the sideline. Tap back in. And calls it forward as Papali'i Talanai picks that one up after the tap back from Naklet. And he follows up with a carry of his own. This is Joseph Naklet. And now shift. Luston Pio on the outside. Thinks about the offload but puts it away. And there goes Fong again. And well tracked down by Finn Custo. Slow to his feet as Maher lays it off to Lewis, who gets an offload back to Maher. And that fender's out again, throwing defenders around and trying to fight forward. And play 5 just over the halfway line now. And Tuigamala Nicholas hangs it up in the wind. Davis tracks back well, looking into the sun. It finds almost the pass there for Wesser. Almost gave him a second chance, but Wesser goes the short side, tries to find space. Tuigamala Nicholas does well. And now, Tuinavai, another carry. Strongly met there. And now, infield, Harry Dawes. Making their way out of their end. Bosley back on now. And play 5 near the 40. Chance to hang it up. They go the short side. Tuanavai with hands across to Wesser. And forward pass is called. It's going to be a bit of a foot race to the corner. Looks like they had the coverage. But St. John's not wasting any time. Trying to get play back underway. And back on the field now, Kobe Pearce. Not losing his feet. Trying to get a quick play of the ball. And now Maher. Busy so far in the second half. Trying to put his stamp on this game. Fong. And Mikhail Papali. Talanai gets through. And they hold on. Moynihan does well. And play the ball for Fong. Long to Maher. And then Lewis lays it off for Pio. And another good tackle by Custo as Fong rolls the short side. Gives to Lewis. Across there to Emery. Gets an offload. And it's over the sideline. And they defend well. The Eagles moving the ball around and asking questions. But now for St. John's, need to turn up the pressure with the line speed. 12 points the difference at 26-14. Wesser trying to help out in yardage. And now rolling, big contact, but doing well and bouncing away there is Harry Dawes. And the ball comes out. Play on called. Now referee says error. And St. John's are presented with an opportunity inside the 20. And this one, the intensity just continues to lift. And a scrum now. That right-hand side. We've got 5 to the open here. And a bit of a change. Haven't seen Jawad Hamoud as Arta takes it solid from the scrum. Looks like Tuagamala Nicholas has now gone in the halves. And Fong right to Diapril, trying to drive his way in. Spins and keeps going to Diapril. And brought down just short of the line. Play the ball. Back to Maher. Long pass, keeps himself with the fend. Goes for the goal line, Maher. Spinning. And they do well to hold him out. Davis and him are tangled up as Fong goes short. And Diapril comes back to the same space. Tries to fight his way in. Ball free. Gets it to Fong. Tries to bounce his way in. But the Bulls hold on and now play 5. Can they close it out? Tuagamala Nicholas goes to Lewis. Cross to Arta. Well jammed there by McCloskey. Offload Lewis. Emery with the ball now. Fighting. And they do well. And sorry, he's called play 5 a second time. So maybe a miscount. And then the ball low and an error. And the Bulls do very well to hold on there. St. John's continue to find offloads and move the ball and ask questions. But the Bulls hold on. And again, an opportunity. They have to keep applying defensive pressure and doubling down with the attack. Try to force another error. You see with the weapons, certainly capable of finding the points. But need to be ruthless, as they have been at times with the line speed. First 2 plays there. And rolled in for Bosley off the back of Boys, and he stays upright. 3 plays in. Isaac to Moynihan, goes the early kick. Holds up in the wind, and Denny Artar's across for that one. Coming across to centre the attack, well met there. And call of high tackle though. And Artar wants to play on. And a penalty and a chance to kick themselves back into good ball. Tuagamala Nicholas making the decision. Maher eventually comes across here. Wants to play on. And he's almost pinged the cameraman. But here, just short of halfway now. Goes to Fong. Naklo with the first one. They do well to drive him backwards, back to where he started. And the crowd certainly firing up here at Jim Begnell. And Papali'i Talanai comes off the back fence. And 4 there and needed as Fong goes to Pierce. Good carry, just as good a tackle. Offload there to Fong, look out for him. And controlled again, they've done a good job today. Have the Bulls not giving him the space so far. And now Pierce long across to Maher. To Luston Pio, who's been very dangerous. And another good carry by him. As Maher jumps the short side, keeps him behind the ruck. Can he find the space? Bounces away from another one. And Viliami Maher kicks the front door in himself. And this one, 8 points with a kick to come. 26-18. Viliami Maher from dummy half. Much like last week, breaks out that fend, forces his way in. And a very big kick in the context of this one. Potential to bring it back to a 1-score game. Or keep it at 2 scores. At 26-18. Denny Arta takes the kicking tee back. Maher had the last crack. But I do know, like I said, it's 8 points, the difference until we see this kick. And they've been down here pushing for an opportunity. The Bulls have turned them away. But they break through Papali'i Talanai. And then Maher, but now Arta not able to convert. And it remains 26-18. The 2-score advantage still there for the Hills Bulls. And Riley Davis has put up a couple of cracker kickoffs today. See if he can drop in another awkward one here. He's got a result, and then he's gone very close another 2 times to getting a result. What can he dish up here? For St. John's, the equation's simple, just like the second time they played. Keep throwing the kitchen sink, and it's awkward, and it bounces. They let it go, and it's about to go dead. Cleaned up. Is he going to get out of the in-goal? Luston Pio. He does well. And Riley Davis conjures up another brilliant kickoff. And Fong off the back of that one. Rolls forward. Luston Pio's had a fantastic day here today. And now short side with D'April. And near the 40 after 3 plays. Fong. Ball touched. Then a knock-on called. One of those ones that could go either way, and Lewis arguing that the ball was touched out of dummy half, but knock-on called. And Hills here with a chance to turn the screws. Try and bring this one back to a 3-score game. Been very successful in good ball. Can they find another one here? From the scrum, got a 3-3 split, and Arta moves late to cover, so they're man on. And they come to the right. So Moynihan just goes to Xavier Tornavite. 30 metres out now. Looking to the short, they come open with Bosley. Well met there and driven backwards. And a lost ball. Great result there from Pierce and Papali'i Talanai. Need to get some urgency going here. Still 2 scores to make up. from the scrum. Going forward to the left from centre field. And man on. Lewis to feed this one for the Eagles. Fong comes to Papali'i Talanai, skips across, tries to find a pass to the outside. But they do well to hold on and stop the ball. Pinned up, Tuanavai, Nakle grabs a second. And Fong waits for the play the ball. Now goes in short there from Michael Agar. And now through Maher. Turns under, keeps, tries to get that fend out again. And he's up to the 40. Straight to the sand. And now right with Lewis. Laid off for Arta. Tries to poke his nose through. And Palaitu does well to stop the offload for play 5 now. Back across, Maher chips for open space. Wessa does well in the sun. Picks it up, trying to find a crease. Papali'i Talanai comes in and short side, looking for numbers through Tuanavai. And squares it up. And gets inside a penalty. Does Xavier Tuanavai. And Hills here to Riley Davis. Kick themselves up near the halfway. Wessa waits for Tuanavai. 26-18. Hills lead this one. And across to Palaitu. Good carry. And Fong fights with him to the death. And now long across. Isaac to Finn. And then off to Boys. And laid off there. As James Kenner spins forward to the 30. Right side shift set up. Withers out the back. Moynihan. Davis back under. Finds a crease. Goes straight through. Gets to the fullback. Beats him. And it looks like the Hills Bulls are going to the grand final. 30-18 kick to come. But Riley Davis, the hard last-minute change back under. Hits the ball from Moynihan, and don't worry about the size of the bloke. He's tough as nails. He bursts through, claps on the footwork as he bounced off the left foot. And takes on Arta as he dives into the corner. And potentially a crack at 3 grand final victories in a row for this group. And so many times we see that shape from them, where it goes across the face, and Davis picks to run, go long or go short this time. The drop back under, bursting through the ruck. Good change up there by Moynihan. And Davis, whether it's fullback, half, hooker, kicking goals or coming through and grabbing bombs, been invaluable to this team this year in the Central West Conference. And now with a conversion attempt. Now 10 in from touch. Another big day for the fullback. And looking for a rematch against Wentworthville. 2 washouts during the year. Didn't get to see the best version of it last week, but grand final day potentially could be something different, and we await it. Davis on approach now. It's awkward in the wind and it almost squares up. But 30-12. Sorry, 30-18. And that try was brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting, and payroll needs. No idea how much time is left. We've got to go short or got to get a result. That one hangs up and a bit too long. I'm looking for an error now. It's Palaitu. Big day for him today. Rolls forward. Now Custo, long and out in front of Davis to Moynihan and across. They're trying to find numbers again. And Pinder bounces there in the collision. Short side, they come open. And Withers, strong carry. And now with Kenner working their way to a kick now for play 5. And the wind's there. Will they hang one in the air? That's where he goes. Contest coming. Davis comes through. Maher's got it though. Does well. Arta from dummy half. Well, he said time of the essence, and we're not sure how much time, but need 2 quick tries. It's Martini, Mackay, Philly here. And now Fong. Across to William Lewis. Big day by him. He's emptied everything in the tank. And Hamoud back on now. Cross to Pio, who goes to the front door, finds a Fen. Is there support? Emery's pushing up, keeps it himself, doesn't need the help. Gets there, but he's short for play 5. And they go with Hamoud. Keeps the ball, but he's held up. And the Hills Bulls scramble and cover. Just when it looked like Luston Pio was going to go all the way. And then Hamoud, in the madness and scramble, tries to go himself and gets caught up. And Emery flashed into the picture late. Was almost there for the inside. But goal line now. Referee waiting to call play on. And tough one here off the goal line. Try to drag him back in. They hold on. And then from dummy half. Just trying to get through the set and get rid of the football. Great width there. The dummy half service. Isaac Custo, clean as you like. Rolls the short side now. Goes to brother Finn. And his feet betray him. 2 pass. And rolling again. Nathaniel Barone for play 5 now. Beautiful long pass for Moynihan. And drives across the face. Touched off the ball by Andraus. Does well the year young from the 15s. And Papali'i Talanai. Can he make magic happen? Throws one off. Can't find an offload though. And now on halfway, Denny Arta tries to drive through. Now Fong. Maher. Shows short. Finds an offload for Nakler. Breaks a tackle. Can he find another pass? They finish that one off, but he stays on his feet. Maher again. Tries to go through the middle. And now for play 5. Need a result. Pass to Hamoud from Lewis. To Luston Pio. Offload there and taken by the Bulls. Cleaned up by Withers. And he's bounced. It looks like he's hit his head. Back to his feet. Hopefully he's okay. And a good run there by Bosley. And now off the back fence following that one. Harry Dawes. And ever closer to finishing this one off. Bosley. Easily double-digit touches from him today. And the Custos combine to finish the set. Driving down into the 10-metre corridor for Arta, who rounds across the face. And Tommy Pinder does well. And Nakler comes in again. Really need to risk something here, do the Eagles. Tuagamala Nicholas. Mackay Philly here. Near halfway. Can they get something off that play the ball? Emery comes in. Beats one. Gets to a second. Almost 20 metres. Pinder with a tackle as Fong. To Maher, bounces away. Can he get a ball to the outside? Beats another. Trying to find space as he breaks another tackle. And play 5 now. Across here to Lewis. Long to Tuigamala Nicholas. Charge down, and Barone almost snatches that one out of the air. Don't know how the foot race would have finished, but it would have been a fantastic grab. And now a scrum for the Eagles. I think this one, it's only a matter of time. Tuigamala Nicholas. Across to Artar on the sweep shape. 20 metres out now. Fong to Savelio Brown. Centre field, almost to the 10. And Fong, Maher, Lewis off the right, almost goes through, beats a couple, spins. But back for a penalty, calls offside. Maher, tap and go, long straight away, Hamoud, go to Pio, hands across. And Emery jumped upon there. Long ball, Maher keeps, tries to find a double, finds an offload to Lewis, sells it and goes low. Scramble well though. May hold on. And full time, no more play the balls. And the Hills Bulls, 30-18, will have a second chance at the Wentworthville Magpies and move on to the grand final. And this is a chance for a three-peat. 14s, 15s, and now 16s. But Wentworthville only losing one game for a reason. Dominant in their first matchup. A grand final day. Always something different. But for the St. John's Eagles and their coach, Luke Lewis, credit to them for a fantastic season. Bounced back after a rough start and had some injury challenges, but caught fire at the back end. Rattling off 4 of their last 5, pushing Wentworthville in the last round and coming into the finals. Week 1 heartbreak against this team, the Bulls, with a field goal after almost coming back from a 14-point deficit. And then a big performance last week, dominant over Bankstown. And today, good start and a great showing. Nothing to be ashamed of what they're dished up. And plenty of guys here in that dog system and already part of Matt's. I'm sure more will move into that team this year. But credit to Luke Lewis and the St. John's Eagles for a fantastic season. But the Hills Bulls, the chance at the three-peat is alive for Isaac Gorman and his team. Great win here today. And grand final week next week up against Wentworthville, 1v2. This match of the round is brought to you by Total Fit Outs, your commercial design and fit out experts across Australia. Tune in next week, grand final day, Central West Conference, and in the women's competitions as well. Multiple games will be on. Follow through the Parramatta Eels Junior Rugby League page and also subscribe to the YouTube channel to make it easier for yourself. But here today, preliminary final, Hills Bulls 30-18 over the St. John's Eagles. Have a fantastic weekend. I've been Lewis Shepherd.